Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're ready to write our final draft, our informational piece. Let's just kind of do a quick review. So the first day we read and gathered our facts from the scholastic news, the volcano that stopped summer. Then we wrote our facts onto our informational writing piece, and we wrote our topic sentence. We wrote our 3 facts that we got from the informational writing piece, and then we also added our closing statement. Then we went back and we added some good sentence starters and some transitional words. So today we're just ready to transfer it over to a clean sheet of notebook paper. All your work's really been done, and now it's just a matter of rewriting it in a nice and neat handwriting, remembering to put our periods or question marks, whatever kind of punctuation mark we need, and remembering to put capital letters. Also, I would encourage you that by this point in the year, you should begin and have been writing paragraphs, remembering to indent 5 spaces for each paragraph. So let's get started. I'm just going to take my information and I'm going to transfer it over to a nice clean sheet of notebook paper. Now I don't have notebook paper on mine. I'm typing mine, but you should have some at home, or if you want to type yours, you can. Let's get started with the first thing. Remember, we should always put our name up at the top and our date. And so my name, and then I'm going to put my date underneath it. And today is May the 14th. Okay, and then I'm going to skip down to the very top line, and in the center of my paper I want to write a nice catchy title. I don't want to just name it informational writing. I want to name it something like something catchy, short, to the point, and remember to capitalize every part of your title. So I'm just going to title mine A Cold Summer. You can title yours something about Mount Tambora, or you can title it something about, don't copy their title from the Scholastic News, but it can be something similar. So I titled mine A Cold Summer, then I want to skip down a couple lines, and then I want to go back to the beginning. Remember, over here is where your red line is and the holes of your notebook paper. So to start that first paragraph, you just want to move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and then we're just going to transfer over. So I'm going to copy that very first paragraph, and after I indent it, I'm going to put it here, and there's my very first paragraph. And then, even though I have space right here, I'm going to move down to the next line, over next to the red line, and I'm going to indent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to copy that very first fact and the details of it. And transfer it over to the next paragraph. So here's my topic. Here's my fact 1. Now, again, I'm ready to go down to the next line. And I want to move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and make room for fact number 2. And you don't need to write the word fact 1, fact 2, or topic. You're just writing it as your paragraph. Okay, so here's fact 2. And you can see when I transfer it, I've left out the words fact 1, fact 2. And then I'm ready to move over to, or make room for fact 3. And see how easy this is. It's just copying it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, indent, and transfer fact 3. And then finally, I am ready for my closing statement. And I'm just going to take that, copy it over to my new writing. And I have run out of space on that page, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can pretend that this is the back side, or if you want to just gather another sheet, or you probably maybe didn't write quite as big as the font that I used. And then there's my closing. So now I have a nice informational piece about a cold summer. And I can check through it now. I'm going to use my writing checklist and make sure that I put all my punctuation marks. I'm going to read through it. I have my title with capital letters, I have my name and the date up here at the top. I spaced a finger space in between each word, making sure that I have the correct punctuation and beginning of each new sentence with capital letters. I will read through my sentences to make sure I didn't leave any words out, because sometimes that happens when we're transferring it over. And just making sure that all my sentences make sense, and read it to your mom or dad or sibling. And when you do that, you're checking over it using your checklist that we used last week, and just making sure that you have a nice, complete story, informational writing piece, expository text. Remember, we said we can call it that too. Then if you finish and you would like to, you can always illustrate it. Draw a picture of a volcano, or draw a picture of a summertime picture that obviously looks cold, and then you have your finished product.